इंटर्नशिप पाने के लिए आप सभी को कम्युनिकेशन इज़ वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट. सो आपने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए क्या क्या किया? डिड पार्टिसिपेटिंग एनी क्लब प्लेड इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन दैट?
It's very, very important if you are in a club. Adding on to that, I would say just talking to people outside college just helps in general. And clubs gives you that sort of opportunity.
Questions they asked you during interviews, which was completely unexpected for you.
Yes, in my second interview for Citi, I was asked a system design question. And I am a ENTC engineer. So system design is
So if you could go back to the whole your journey to FY and all and give your college self advice, so what would you do?
Well, I'll go back to my TSY wala phase and just tell her that tu kar legi yaar.
Okay, so my next question is for Sajda. So what extra efforts did you put in to crack Amazon, and what roadmap would you suggest for viewers aspiring to enter a FAANG company?
Okay, so firstly,
We have Ishita from ENTC who has managed her electronic subjects well and kept her coding interest alive. She has bagged an internship at Citi. Along with this, she is also the head of social media team at Citi and a part of Genius.
Hey guys, I'm Ishita Shetty, upcoming intern at Citibank, and you're watching me at Interns.
So along with her, we have here Anita, upcoming intern at Deutsche Bank, who is also a co-head at Code Club and Harvard B-Code 23 scholar.
hey guys, this is Anada Dash, upcoming intern at Deutsche Bank, and you're watching me at Intern Days.
We have here with us Sajda, an upcoming intern at Amazon, who is also a team lead in the Startup and Innovation Cell and a GDSC content specialist.
Hey guys, I'm Sajda Shah, upcoming intern at Amazon, and you're watching me at Intern Days.
So my first question for you is, how essential is networking and building connections, like even in the internship process or even in the job process, if you go forward in it?
okay. So according to me, the networking is most important thing while applying for jobs and internships, and especially for on-campus process. So I will like to share one incident. So for my role, when I was applying, Citi came for 3 roles. So there were 3 different types of roles, and all the roles were having different tasks and everything. So at that time, I had a senior ex-intern at Citi. So while filling the form, I had a conversation with her about her experiences and everything, and she did suggested me the role which I should apply, and according to me, right, so there were 3 roles and what role will suit me. So that was the thing which helped me.
I think I would say let it be physical or let it be virtual, let it be via LinkedIn. Like both are equally important. If we talk about my incident, then the first internship that I grabbed was in Reliance. And for that, I actually approached online through LinkedIn. And before applying, I kept my LinkedIn very much updated. Like I had shared all of my achievements and stuff. So while approaching the HR did see my entire profile, and he was pretty impressed. So, and that made him give a referral to me. So that played a huge role. Like I got a first internship just through networking.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, according to me, networking and communicating is very, very important. Be it to your teachers or to your seniors or super seniors. When you connect with people, when you talk to them, you also not just for for the internship या फिर वो, but preparation के लिए they help you and they guide you to कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. Like I remember when I was starting up with my preparation, I remember talking to my super senior about how to deal with it, because I was a direct second year student and it was very overwhelming for me with all of the preparation and stuff. So she guided me really well, and that happened only because I could talk to her. I could have a connection with her. So yeah, it's very important. And as she said that via LinkedIn also, it's very important to talk to people to grab the opportunity.
अभी इंटर्नशिप पाने के लिए आप सभी को कम्युनिकेशन इज़ वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट. सो आपने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए क्या क्या किया? डिड पार्टिसिपेटिंग एनी क्लब प्लेड इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन दैट?
it's very, very important if you are in a club. You talk to people, you express your thoughts with them, you communicate with the coordinators and the organizers, and it really boosts up your confidence when you express and when you communicate, and it just it's very easier to talk to other people as well when you are very much fluent in everything. So yeah, communication and being a part of a club is important. You can work, you can collaborate, and yeah, clubs help you the most.
I think adding on to that, I would say just talking to people outside college just helps in general. And clubs gives you that sort of opportunity. Like I was, back in second year, I was an organizer. Like right now I'm a head, but back in second year I was an organizer, and that helped me like I was reaching out to other people outside just to organize events in the club. And that gave me a view how to talk to people. And it helped me in terms of interviews because people from outside they come and take your interviews, right? And so you need to be as comfortable be comfortable even outside your comfort zone. So that's sort of how it helped me. I was like pretty comfortable during my interviews, like talking to him. It was pretty nice. That gives you sort of a pretty good advantage, just clubs in general.
Yeah, actually, it is really true because we are not that comfortable with outsiders as we are comfortable in our own circle, right? So I am a part of SWE, GDSC, and there were a lot of clubs I was part in, but right now I am part of SWE, and SWE last year organized an outreach program. So the outreach program basically it was like interacting with small children, and it gave me a lot of insights. Like we see some things from a different angle, and communication in general it is a lot of important thing, and it is the thing which impacts. Like we judge people by communication skills, right? So it is important.
और एक तो गर्ल्स कॉलेज में रहते हैं, एक आधे पॉपुलेशन के साथ we are having conversation.
Okay, so like, were there any unexpected technical questions they asked you during interviews, which was completely unexpected for you?
Yes, in my second interview for Citi, I was asked a system design question, and I am a ENTC engineer. So system design is out of my reach at that time, and during my second year, and it was just a start. So at that time, I was just having idea कि system design exactly होता क्या है, and just idea कि okay ऐसा कुछ होता है. So at that time when I was asked, then I clearly conveyed it to the interviewer, and still I didn't stop. I expressed my feelings and some basic concepts which I was having. So I explained it to them, but they also know I was from ENTC, and they knew that okay, whatever she is knowing, it is enough.
So mine was pretty funny. He asked me about leadership roles in technical round, and then he also asked me what games do you play once you're done with college. I was thinking this is a technical round. Am I supposed to talk about the games I play? But then it went a pretty good interview, so I kept on talking about the games. I think he just wanted to make me feel comfortable. Maybe.
Well, I didn't have any completely unexpected questions. They were both TA questions. But the approach which I explained in with what approach, that was pretty unexpected for them. Oh, achha, yeah, right. This is something unusual or unique, in a unique way which I explained in my approach to them. So yeah, the questions were pretty expected ones.
So आपका गोल था इंटर्नशिप पाने का, उसके जर्नी में थ्रू आउट द जर्नी कुछ सेटबैक्स रहे होंगे, तो how you buckled up yourself managing all the setbacks?
Should I go on? As we all know, after second year we get the summer holidays, and that's when we prepare. Most of the preparation happens during that time. So at that time I was doing an internship. Like I said, I was doing internship in Reliance. So the problem was I was working 8 hours a day and I had to come back home and also practice DSA questions. So it was quite overwhelming for me. So I used to call seniors at like late night at 3 a.m. and I used to cry like नहीं हो रहा है questions, कैसे करूँगी मैं? So then she would be like, it's okay, you are doing work and just try, just keep on. It's okay if the hard questions are not being able to be solved by you. Just do the medium questions. So I used to call her every other weekend. नहीं हो रहा है. And then because then she would make me feel comfortable. Because of her, I would say I was still being consistent with my time and everything, and it made me learn about time management skills. कि कैसे 8 घंटे काम करके also spend like 6 hours in coding. That helped me.
For me, I would like to say that before my Citi interview, I have given several interviews on campus. Like I had appeared for AQR, PhonePe, and one more company. So at that time, I was facing rejections. So and before that, I wasn't having I wasn't able to face rejections, right? So it was very difficult for me to digest those rejections and handle those. So it was a tough time, but obviously everyone has to go through that. We can handle it.
Honestly guys, internship की जब तक आपको internship मिलती है ना, the whole journey is made up of setbacks only. You have to be very consistent. I actually got the internship in this month itself. So from starting up from August till February, it was pretty long journey for me. And setbacks is like the same thing as she said कि I also appeared for interviews and I couldn't get into it. The rejections, everything is just so मतलब आपका जो confidence होता है ना वो पूरा downfall में चला जाता है. But the only thing which you should do is be consistent, keep on working on yourself. And goal तो है, आपको internship तो लेनी ही है. So consistent efforts are very important.
Okay, so does contribution to open source project help in interviews, and how did it help you personally?
Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
So I would say not just in internship interviews. It depends on what you're applying for. For example, I started with open source way back in first year. I used to apply for Outreach, GSOC, but I couldn't get in any of them. I got in Girls with Summer of Code, but basically I got an idea of how open source works. You get to know what industry is actually doing. You get to know which tech stacks are being used in the companies. In college, you have basically no idea. You are just doing Java, Python, C++, and अपने college के assignments. So you don't actually get to hands-on experience of like what industry is actually doing. So that helped me, and also I started like reaching out to a lot of companies, a lot of startup companies, and now they like one of them has also offered me to keep on going with this project. Like it's a startup, so I think I'll be working with them after the college gets over, after I graduate. So it helped me with networking as well. So let it not be just internship ke interviews. In general, open source helps you with practical exposure. It lets you know about what tech stacks are being used in the industry.
Actually, the open source helps a lot. And I started my open source journey quite a late, so I wasn't that comfortable with open source because there were too many things to handle at that time. And open source really helps, and the practical how company works, as she said, it is very important, and we get to know. And while interviewing also, we get to speak about our experiences and about the things which we have done and the projects which we have worked on.
So if you could go back to the whole year journey to FY and all, and give your college self advice, so what would it be?
So it will be just like be strong and just work on yourself, start working, don't procrastinate. And just don't focus on your college stuff. We have to do some extra things. Just college stuff is not enough, and we have to focus on other things. We have to network, we have to do other things, right? Learn DSA, other things also we have to focus on. So
I think I would say be consistent in what you're doing. Because normally we take a project and then just leave it after 2 days or so. I would also tell myself to code at least just a small code. Just do coding every single day. Don't code to complete your assignments or so. Just code to keep on being consistent. क्योंकि वॉइस से ऐसे हाथ छूट गया था खुद से, फिर वापस आने में मुश्किल हो जाती है एक्चुअली बहुत कोडिंग है।
Well, I'll go back to my TSY wala phase and just tell her that तू कर लेगी यार because you know it's very overwhelming the college stuff and everything and yeah we have to be very consistent. DA से तो बिल्कुल छूटना नहीं चाहिए and one code per day is you know that should be the tagline of your day कि भाई एक code करना ही है and yeah that's very important and everything happens for a reason. Be confident, be be consistent. Confidence is the key. So yeah,
let it be a coding question या फिर basic ऐसे mathematical coding as well. Just keep on coding everything. Just don't stop it.
Okay, so Sarita, my next question is for you. What extra efforts did you put to get into Amazon? And what roadmap would you give to viewers who are aspiring to get into FAANG companies?
Firstly, I never miss my lectures. मैं बहुत consistently मैंने lectures करती हूँ. And even if I do miss my lectures, मैं मेरे मैम को मतलब उनके साथ बैठ के I understand what all concepts she taught in the class. Because why I'll tell you why. In my second मतलब interview का जो second coding question था, it was related to POC का concept, like the Turing machine concept in theory of computation. And I missed that only lecture during मतलब जब कॉलेज में मैम ने सिखाया था तब. तो बाद में I went to her, I sat with her, she explained me the whole thing what exactly it is. And just because of that, when that question came to me, when the interviewer asked me about my question, I was very, it was very easier for me to explain what it is and the approach and everything. So yeah, lectures बहुत अच्छे से करो and मतलब even if you don't attend the lectures, concept अच्छे से समझ लो so that you can use it very easily and मुझे knowledge gain हो जाता है ना एक बार, so you can use it and you can explain it in your very own way. Secondly, I must say DSA. Oh my god, data structures and algorithms is very important. And not just DSA, मतलब even if you do the code, after the coding practice, try to optimize your code. Optimization is also very important. And lastly, communication and confidence is very, 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 very important. I am again like, just never ever be like कि यार क्या मतलब communication इतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा, क्योंकि when you are interviewing, maybe it be a virtual interview or in-person interview, अगर आप nervous हो तो उनको दिख जाता है. So be calm and explain your things very nicely and उनसे बहुत ज़्यादा बात करो, like involve them with you. And even if you're not understanding the question, talk to them, ask them कि sir ये sir ma'am ये ऐसे ही है ना. So yeah, that's very important. That's how I do.
So Shita, next question is for you. How did you manage the ENTC ka academics and also CSE ka questions and all syllabus of CSE with good CGPA of course?
Yeah. So basically, you are not alone in this journey. Like all ENTC people, all ENTC folks are doing the same thing. They are also grinding themselves, and they are also doing everything. So it is not just what I did extra, but we have to do. We have to manage some things, and time management is the most important thing I would say, because it is not easy. We are just doing college stuff. We can't do that, right? We have to do DSA. We have to do some DBMS questions, some other things as well. So basically, time management will help, and also procrastination is. We should never do that, because even if we miss, like कल कर लेंगे नहीं होगा, कल नहीं करते आपको. And
Tomorrow never comes.
actually, and yes, and doing lectures consistently also helps. Missing some lectures here and there is okay. Everyone does that. And yeah, but I would say that focus on DSA more other than your college stuff, because it is what you want, because it is for what you came to the college, and it is the final aim is to get internships and placements, right? So focus more on the DSA part and other things than your college career.
Okay, so my next question is for Anuda. So you have completed an internship previously. So can you tell us more about that? Like, how did you get that opportunity, and how was your overall experience?
Like I said, I first got the referral to LinkedIn, and once I got the referral, I had to give a test, which was pura aptitude. So it was an aptitude test, and then I had an interview while I was in a lecture, college day. So I washroom ke bahane uthi, and then I gave a full interview, and then but it was pretty chill. She asked me if I can handle 2 months of internship. She was not willing to give me a 1 month of internship. So I was like, okay. But then that's when I called my senior. Second year khatam hone ke baad, this is the time to focus on DSA. How will I do 2 months of internship along with DSA? She said you will handle it. Just kar lo. So I just went ahead with it, and it was my internship was pura full stack development, and how it helped me was doing the interviews after internship and after sitting for companies in college and on campus. In the interview rounds, they all asked me about my experience of freelance, because mostly people don't do internship after second year, like right after second year. So it helped me also, since I already now I have had some experience on full stack. So that really helped me. Deutsche Bank looked at it in a positive view. Ki, Acha, this girl already knows things, and apparently even in the industry, Deutsche Bank, most of their work is done in Angular. So they were like, okay, this girl already knows what she's doing. That's how it helped me. And I got the opportunity through LinkedIn. Like I said, networking is important, very much important.
Sunta Janta Ki Awaaz. Here are the top 5 questions from our audience segment. So the first question is, how much role does co-curricular activities play in getting an internship?
It does play a huge role, huge role, because it is something what your personality is. It shows in that what you are exactly, and doing just college stuff is not enough. So you have to do co-curricular activities.
Yeah, if you have a resume में ऐसे achievements करके, and then there's a list of achievements, and that is ऐसे when you give it to the interviewer, and oh भाई साहब, बहुत किया काम इसने. So that is really good.
And मतलब co-curricular activities से basically network भी बहुत बढ़ता है. So you know it's very great. And it's fun also. बहुत पढ़ाई कर लेंगे and all everything, but co-curricular activities हर एक को करनी चाहिए.
So how to be consistent in coding? Coding तो करना ही चाहिए. आप सबको बताया coding करना ही है. So how to be consistent in coding?
करो बस हर दिन, और क्या है. जैसे तुम खाना खाते हो हर दिन, क्यों खाना खाते हो? जिंदा रहने के लिए ना. तो करो coding हर दिन.
जिंदा रहना है ना, अगर हाँ सीरियसली बहुत, मतलब खुद को बस बताते रहो कि कर लो भाई, कर ले भाई, कर ले प्लीज कर ले. ये बता के कर देना. इधर हियर एंड देयर हो जाता है वो एक दिन में एक क्वेश्चन मिनिमम. और अगर मतलब खुद बहुत कंसिस्टेंट ना हो तो अपने फ्रेंड को साथ में ले लो कि भाई हम दोनों मिलके करते, देन यू नो दैट जस्ट वो ऐसे कि हाँ भाई ये कर रही है मैं भी कर लूंगी, तो वो हो जाता है.
And what should we start doing since first year? First year से एक चीज क्या है जो करनी ही चाहिए?
You guys should answer that.
I would say कि start exploring. And first year is the best time to get into clubs. मतलब उसी time once you get into clubs you'll get a chance to interact with seniors. To interact with seniors and just start exploring. You should get to know कि what do you actually like. Yeah, let it be cyber security, AI, ML हो जाए, ENTs वालों को embedded system, anything. Just get to know what exactly you like. First year is the best time to explore.
Actually, the first time when you really need to explore, and it's time you have to do that and get in the clubs. Actually, it is the best time because you build connection with seniors and you get closer to them. It helps. I'll just tell for the direct second year students as well कि बहुत ओवरवेलमिंग होता है जब हम नए नए आते हैं, सब लोगों के ग्रुप बन जाते हैं और हम बहुत बेचारे अकेले पड़ जाते हैं. बट डोंट डू दैट. टॉक टू पीपल, हैव कॉन्वर्सेशन विद देम, एंड या गेट इनटू द क्लब्स. इट्स वेरी ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू बिल्ड अ नेटवर्क. सो ओवरवेलमिंग होता है बट हो जाएगा, कर लोगे तुम.
So participation in clubs affect placements or internships?
It helps. Yes, it helps because it is a plus point. Like it gives you edge over others.
यार कि सब लोग कोडिंग कर रहे हैं, तुमने कोडिंग से और क्या किया है, वैसा हो जाता है फिर
वही एक्स्ट्रा प्लस पॉइंट बन जाता है कि तुम, और मतलब रेज्यूमे में ना हमें डालना ही पड़ता है वैसे भी अचीवमेंट्स एंड ऑल, तो बस टेक्निकल नहीं, तुम लोग अगर किसी क्लब में हो, ये काम किया है, वो कंपटीशन में किया है पार्टिसिपेट, वो सब आ जाता है, तो प्लेसमेंट्स में बहुत प्लस पॉइंट है उसका.
And the final question, does CGPA matter?
या
यस इट डज.
मतलब नहीं, ऐसे नहीं कि तुम लोगों को 9.9 या फिर ऐसे कुछ चाहिए, बट कंसिस्टेंटली करना चाहिए.
Maintain a decent CGPA. That's what
On
everyone.
average, yeah.
ऑल्सो कंपनीज में यू कैन नॉट सिट अगर सर्टेन CGPA के ऊपर नहीं रहा
Exactly, yeah.
तो लेट as far as you are above 7.5 you can sit for companies. तो उतना तो रखो जो भी हो जाए.
CGPA बेसिकली चेक पॉइंट होता है. अगर एंट्री करनी है, पहला वो जो होता है वो CGPA होता है, तो वो बेसिक वाला तो मतलब होना चाहिए.
उतना पढ़ाई करो कि बैठ पाओ कंपनी में भाई. बाकी
College
देखेगा.
ऐसा नहीं कि कॉलेज को तुमको रोज कुछ पढ़ना है. इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. एक डिसेंट CGPA के लिए तुम थोड़ा लेक्चर्स भी ढंग से अटेंड किया ना होता है.
Also for the people who are going for masters ना, उनको वो 9 वगैरह लगता है, but basic average on an average 7 to 7.5 होना चाहिए.
होना तो चाहिए. वो तो होना ही चाहिए.
Yeah.